Hey, what's up? Welcome back. I'm Metro. Boy, it's been busy. It's been awesome. MoP's been great so far, but it's time to get back in the swing of things, don't you think? So today we're going to do a little rep guide. We're going to talk about reps. We're going to talk about what they are, what they give, etc. I mean, everybody's probably 90 by now, and perhaps some of you are confused about what to do with the reps. So that's what this is all about. And hell, we might as well get right into it, right? What are we waiting for? Seriously, we're like here we go. So I hope you're ready. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the Cloud Serpent. All right, now we're just gonna go through all these reps kind of in order and talk about what they do, how you do the dailies, and what they give. Okay, so first things first, this is pretty simple. The way you unlock this is essentially just B90. You B90, you come out here, I'll show it on the map. It's in the Arboretum, okay, of Jade Forest. Very easy to find, and there's just going to be dailies here. You start a quest line that unlocks these dailies here. It's quite easy. Kill some things, pick some eggs, and at the end you're going to be able to pick of a few items, but mostly it's just going to be one of these 3 dragons. This is really the big thing. There's 3 options. It's up to you. The 3 of them are in the background. You choose which one you want, but just keep in mind you get 1 for free and you buy 2. Very similar to Netherwing. There's also a repeatable egg type quest. So I did a guide on that. You can search for it and find it yourself. But basically all you really get from this rep Exalted is there's a jewel crafting mount. If you're not aware of that, go check that out. There's some cosmetic stuff that's not really anything that's worth noting, and then ultimately these 3 mounts, as well as you get 1 lesser charm. Yeah, that's 1 lesser charm for each of the main dailies. Alright, next on the list, gonna go with the Anglers. Okay, another small rep, not a huge thing to worry about, but basically it's just another fishing expedition. It's for fishermen. There's only 3 dailies so far. You might unlock more as you level up, but once again, only prereq is just B90 and come out here basically. Nap Pagel's here. He's got some good stuff for you. He's got a companion pet, a very good fishing pole, a hat, just some fishing stuff. You can look this up on your own. It's not of real importance. Every daily gives 1 lesser charm, and ultimately at Exalted you get a mount, a Water Strider mount, which can walk on water in various colors. So that's pretty cool. It's worth doing in my opinion, especially if you're trying to level cooking. It's going to be kind of hard to not be maxed for one of these dailies, but one way or the other, it's just a minor rep. I'll show you where it is right there. It's in the Angler's Wharf, like the eastish of Karasang Wilds, Krasarang, however that's said. But come check it out. Pretty good daily hub if you're looking for fishing and fun stuff like that. Okay, so third on the list, one of the last of like the little reps that don't really, aren't really huge for any reason. Basically what we're talking about here is the Tillers. Okay, now this really deserves a guide on its own. The whole rep is a lot different than normal, but one way or the other, I've just figured I'd let you guys know. The Tillers, you basically, once again, just have to be 90. You could even start like most of the quests before 90. Come to Half Hill Market where the cooking stuff is. Talk to the guy. Plant some stuff. It's a cool rep. Basically, what you can do is you could pretty much make like a farm. It's like Farmville if you ever played that. You just get free stuff, basically. You just plant it every day. And there's not really any rep rewards. Like I said, this requires a whole guide to talk about how it works. But long story short, the quest givers, the daily givers, they run on a different system. Let's put it that way. I'm not going to explain that now, but just come check it out if you want. Each one gives 1 lesser charm. It's in Half Hill Market there. You'll see me in the middle of the valley. And that's pretty much it. Come plant some seeds. You could apparently grow up to, some of the crazier things. Like, you can even grow ore. Hell, maybe you'll be able to grow gear. Alright, so time to talk about... Now these are the more important reps. We're talking about rating. You guys are 90. You need to be thinking about a few things. One of them is this rep. Okay? So basically what happens with this rep is... there's just a breadcrumb. There's nothing that I need to actually walk you through, okay? It's not in any way challenging. But basically, it's in Dread Wastes. You do these hubs in Dread Wastes, just like almost every other zone operates. And every time you unlock one of these paragons, which are basically like an Elder, Calaxy, Bugman kind of thing. Long story short, I'm not going to ruin it. Go do it yourself. It gives you another daily. So ultimately, you can get all the dailies once you've completed the whole zone, and then you have basically a full rep to worry about. Okay, so let's talk about that rep. Basically, this is one of, I guess, 4 reps in the game that allow you to buy items with now Valor points. As of yesterday, which I'm glad I waited on, Justice points were part of this originally, but they've removed it. So you can now buy Justice points. You don't need to have rep with these guys, so that's another video. Don't worry about that. Either way, the object of this reputation is ultimately to be able to unlock 489 Valor point gear. Okay, you have to be revered with them to be able to buy it. At Exalted, there's a mount. It's a golden scorpion type mount like the Horde one. It's good for Alliance, I guess, if you never got that, but once again, not really the subject of this video. Also, there's blacksmithing plans. This is, I guess, the go-to place for blacksmithers. You have to turn in Kuiperite, which is an ore. Okay, it's a bit different. You have to be honored to buy those plans. So you get 20 Kuiperite to buy each blacksmithing plan. And then you just do the dailies, or there's also a turn-in that you can get, kind of similar to how Hodir or other reps used to work, where you just find these around mobs and you would just hand them in for a bit extra rep. So you can grind it. There's that option. One way or the other, I would recommend checking it out, checking out what you need from Valor. If this is going to be something that has a very, very good piece for you, I would recommend doing this rep. If not, I guess it's not mandatory, but one way or the other, definitely check out the mount, definitely check out Valor, and if you're a blacksmith, obviously get your ass over here and get honored. Now, the rest of these reps are a bit more convoluted, okay? So I'm going to try to explain first why, what the rep is, and then talk to you about how you get the rep. First off, Golden Lotus, okay? Obviously, this is the most important rep in the game, in my opinion, obviously because it unlocks the rest of the reps. So what you need to worry about is how it starts. How does it start? Well, it starts by coming to the Temple of the White Tiger. I have it up here. It's in northeasternish Kunlai Summit. This is the temple itself. The path to get up here, if you don't have a flyer, is down there. It's quite easy to find. I would say it'd be hard to miss, to be honest with you. There is a breadcrumb that takes you here. One way or the other, it takes you through a quest line that eventually takes you to the hub, which now I'll show you where the hub is, and then we'll talk about what the rep gives and what it offers. Okay, so after you've unlocked the rep, you've opened the zone, you've opened Vale, you come here, there's going to be quests here to start the whole thing. It's very quick, very easy. You just do it. There's probably like 2 kill quests, 1 random thing, and find this guy, blah, 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 all that stuff. Not a big deal. Start the stuff going. You got your dailies unlocked, right? Well, check this out. There's always going to be a few dailies at this hub, which is the Golden Pagoda, and then one a bit down the river into White Petal. What is that? White Petal Lake. Okay, there you go. So White Petal Lake, very close. I'm not going to bother showing you that. You won't be able to miss it. But these hubs are very, 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 very important because you cannot get to the remaining 2 reps that I'm going to talk about here without getting reputation with these guys first. Okay, so step 1, honored. Leatherworking patterns, tailoring patterns. Eye level 476 items from leatherworkers and tailors. That's raid finder eye level. Okay, not even mogu'shan. So that's a decent piece. One way or the other, you definitely want to get it. It's easy to get. It's not that bad. And this rep absolutely needs to be done. 100% mandatory for anyone trying to raid. Finally, more importantly, revered. Honored is no longer an issue because you got your justice points unlocked, hotfix last night. But revered, definitely. You need to be getting this because there's going to be Valor gear, very good Valor gear, 489 eye level Valor gear, which hopefully some people are working on getting. Other than that, there's quest lines. There's apparently a quest line that gets you a good item as well, but the quest lines ultimately are more important because they unlock the next two reps. So at the end of this, though, you got Exalted, you got the Azure Riding Crane or another color, etc. It's basically just like a giant bird that you walk around on, a bit different than the Blood Elf bird. It's a crane. If you've seen a crane before, you know what I mean. But that's pretty much it. I can't understate how important this rep is. Okay, so if you haven't started it, you're way behind. You really are. Especially if you're a raider come out here. I started a bit late, and I'm feeling the effects now. So come on here, get this done. We'll talk about the next two. Okay, so you're finally revered with Golden Lotus. What's there to do now? There's 2 more reps. Okay, there's a quest called Understanding the Shado'pan. That is taken from the city, whichever respective city you have in Vale. One way or the other. Come out here. Not 100% sure where these dailies are actually going to take place, but I assume you turn it in and start a quest chain. So that's how you start the rep. You have to have that quest, and you have to be revered with Golden Lotus. Turn the quest in, opens up the hub. Now, let's talk about why this hub is important. Unfortunately, some people have brought this up. By the time you'd able to be revered with these guys, which would get you the cloth or, you know, any valor pieces, really, any valor pieces at all, I'd assume you'd probably have a good amount of 489 and likely not need these pieces. But one way or the other, it's going to take a while. Okay, so you got to be in it for the long haul. You got to want to do these reps. You got to want to raid. So that's that. I mean, it might not be the most important thing, but either way, I think what this is what this is for. Okay, revered with these guys gets you the weapon enchants. Okay, now that's for an enchanter. It's a formula, so anyone who's an enchanter absolutely 100% needs this. I'd say any raider needs this as well, just in case you need extra valor, but it is only 489, and I imagine by the time I'm revered with these guys, Heart of Fear would be out, so I don't know. But either way, definitely want to do this. The enchanter, you guys need these weapon enchants. River Song, Jade Spirit, and Danzig Steel. These are your best in slot enchants, and you need them on your weapon, so people are going to be paying a lot for these at first. Might as well get your enchanter out here and get it done. Ultimately, at Exalted, you get a replica hat, which any of these guys who are like part of the Shado'pan wear. You can make yourself look like it. Any cloth, plate, leather, mail, etc. All 4 of them. And then also, which I'm sure everybody is also excited about, is a Reigns of the Riding Tiger Shado'pan. They got green, blue, or red. Very cool. Looks like the Zulian Tiger a bit, but it's even better in my opinion. Exalted with these guys is going to be a bitch, but the mount is cool, and obviously the rewards are just. So check these out. We'll talk about the last rep now in a second. So the final rep that you'll have to worry about is the August Celestials. Not really sure why it's called August, but either way, pretty cool rep. This is once again started by being revered with the Golden Lotus. Quest is once again in the cities, your respective city in Vale. You can find it underneath. It's pretty easy to find, obviously, but not very easy to get. Revered is going to be quite a bitch, but one way or the other, once you unlock the rep, once again, not really positive where the dailies are. I kind of assume it's here. Not sure. There's many people who do know, so if you do know, let me know. I'd love to amend that. But either way, big things to worry about this rep. Enchanting formula again at revered. You're going to get agility, intellect, and strength. 170 to bracers. That's huge, right? Everybody needs that. Once again, best in slot enchant only got by this rep. There's going to be an item called the Celestial Offering. It's kind of like a fun item, I guess. Gives you a 10% buff based on where you are in Pandaria. I'm not 100% sure how this works or if it's really even going to be very useful, but either way, I guess it's a cool item. Then obviously you got your revered Valor gear. Once again, I mean, it's 489 by the time I get revered with these guys. I imagine Heart of Fear will be out and I won't really need this gear anymore. Not really sure what they did with their reps this expansion, but they're fun, they're awesome, they're great stories, just not sure about the rewards. And then ultimately, now this is what you want. I'm telling you straight up. If there's anything you want to do, it's get this mount. The Thundering, August, and Ruby Cloud Serpent. These mounts look awesome. I don't have a picture of them, but you can go Google it. They are so freaking cool. I'm definitely going to ride that when I get exalted with these guys. And also a tailoring pattern. You get the big bag, a Royal Satchel, 28 Slaughter from these guys. So might as well get exalted, huh? Now that's it for me. Hope you guys have learned something. If you have any questions, please leave them below. The reps are a bit convoluted, I agree, especially the rewards. But as long as you do them, you put your dailies in, should have plenty of time for that. You get Charms of Good Fortune as well. All these final few reps give 2 charms, so might as well stock up. That's it, though, huh? So go out, go enjoy MoP. Enjoy what MoP has to offer, and enjoy the reps. See you guys later.